Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Bruna and today I'm going to show you how to crochet a super easy gift idea for birthdays and Christmas if you want to gift that special someone with something handmade. And also I'm going to be sharing some more other gift ideas in the next couple of days, so I really hope you like it. And if you do, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so you can watch more videos like this. So enjoy the video and let's begin with today's tutorial. So first we are going to be starting with a slip knot, and then we are going to be chaining right here 20. And for the stitching right here for the rug, I decided to do a moss stitch. I think that's how it's called, but you guys can do just with single crochets or half double crochets. So once you've done your chain of 20, we are going to be skipping 3 chains. So 1, 2, and 3. On the 4th one, we are going to be creating our very first single crochet. And then we're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, go into the next one, and create a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next chain, go into the next one and single crochet. And then we're going to be repeating the same all the way down. When you get at the end, you want to make sure that you chain 1, skip a stitch, go into the next one and create your last single crochet. So to go up right here, we are going to be chaining 2, we're going to be turning the project, and we are going to be skipping the single crochet. We are going to go straight into the chain 1 that we have created right here. So basically in between the 2 single crochets. Right on top of the chain, we are going to be creating a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, so skip the single crochet right here into the previous row. Right on top of the chain 1, we are going to be creating a single crochet. So chain 1, skip the next stitch. On top of the chain 1, a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next one, on top of the next one, single crochet. So you're going to be repeating the same here all the way down, and this is the pattern that we are going to be following all the way up until we have the sizing of the rug that we want. When you get at the end, you're going to be chaining 1, skipping the single crochet, the last single crochet. You're gonna go right in between here the chain from the beginning, so right here, and then here we are going to be creating our last stitch, which is the single crochet. So now to go up is basically following the same steps as the previous row. So we are going to be chaining 2, turning project, skipping the single crochet, stitch, go into the chain 1 right here, create your first single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, go right on top of the chain 1 and create a single crochet. So this is what we are going to be doing just here for the sizing of our rug. So I'm going to be doing right here 22 rows. So once I have my 22 rows, I will come back and then I'll show you guys the next step. So once you have completed the 22 rows right here, what we are going to be doing is going around with single crochets. If you guys want, you can leave it like this because the finishing is quite pretty. So now to create the single crochets, we are going to be first starting right here with a chain of 1, turning project. And then we're gonna go right into the next stitch available. So basically on top of the chain 1, single crochet right here. You guys can place a stitch marker just so we know that we've started right here. So now from here we are going to be following each of the stitches that we have here, and we are going to be creating a single crochet. So 1 on top of the chain 1 space and then 1 on top of the single crochet. When you get into the last one, you're going to go through the last one and you're going to be creating 2 single crochets into that last stitch. Keeping in mind that this one is the last one, so we are going to be adding into the second to last single crochet right here. We are going to be adding a stitch marker, and when you get here on the side, you're just going to be following the stitches you have right here and you're going to be creating single crochets. Also make sure to add a stitch marker into the second single crochet from the corner right here. Also, we are going to be repeating into all of the 4 corners so that we know when to start to add the little tassels right here. And then you're just going to be following the same steps going all the way around, and then I'll meet you guys right at the end. When you get at the end, you're going to be creating right here your last single crochet, removing this stitch marker, but keeping in mind that this is the very first single crochet. Go through that single crochet and slip stitch that in place, but also return the stitch marker right here. So now we're going to chain 1, cut the yarn, and we are going to fasten off. I'm going to be cutting this yarn right here as I did with my single crochets right here. So to weave in, I'm going to be showing you guys now, because I like to do kind of on the way so we don't have a lot to do at the end. So I'm going to be using right here my tapestry needle, and then you're just gonna go through a couple of stitches. When you get at the end, you're gonna find a stitch. So choose a stitch, go around the stitch twice, and then the last one, you create a little loop, go through the loop to fasten off. So pull tight, and then that's going to fasten off our weaving right here. Now the last thing that we have to do is to add the tassels. They look like this, as you guys can see. So we are going to be cutting some pieces of yarn. I'm going to be having 18 tassels, so I'm going to be cutting 54 pieces, strings of yarn like this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to be cutting 54 pieces of yarns just like this. So once you have cut all of the pieces, we are going to now create the tassels, and it's super easy. You're going to be choosing one of the corners to start. I'm going to be starting right here. You're going to be removing the stitch marker, and you're going to be placing your hook right into that stitch. And then you're going to be choosing the amount that you want for each of the tassels. I'm going to be doing 3 pieces for each of my tassels. Grab the 3 pieces that you need, fold them in half, and then you're going to be passing them through the stitch right here. And then you're going to be creating a loop, and then you're going to be passing the end, and then you can just go ahead and tighten this until you see that it's nicely and secured in place. And then I'm going to be following this until the other stitch marker right here, but I'm going to be skipping 1 stitch. So skip 1 stitch, go through the next one, and then follow the same steps as I showed you guys into the previous tassel. So now I'm just going to be following here the same steps, and I'm going to be creating the tassels here for both sides. So once you have all of the tassels in place, we now have to choose the sizing that we want. You guys could leave it like this, but I just think that it looks a little bit better when they are a little bit shorter. So I've done for this one around 3 centimeters. So 1.5, nearly 1.5 inches. So this is how you crochet this super cute gift idea for birthdays and Christmas time. And let me know in the comments if you are going to be making one for that special someone or even for yourself. And I really hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, don't forget to leave your massive thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Not without a fight, no matter